following show is a paid program. This show is brought to you by CH Global Financial Services.
Hey family, what's up? I have on today, great guest on today. The legendary RUE Davis is on my first half. The second half is international artist James Robeson. Hey RUE Davis, how you doing, my friend?
How you doing, everybody?
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy
birthday.
All
right.
RUE Davis's birthday was on Wednesday, but we wanted to do a shout out to him today, and we wanted him to be on. He is blues, R&B, Southern soul extraordinaire, writer, producer, and artist. My friend RUE Davis. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm fine.
I wanted to just honor you today, really, and just tell you how thankful we are, not just here in Houston, Texas, but really the world. You have done so much for the world as far as writing, producing, and just a world-renowned singer, blues, R&B, and Southern soul. How do you feel, my friend?
I feel good today. I thank God for being here first. It brought me a long ways.
Yes. How did we get here, RUE? How did you start?
I got started back in the days from church. Singing in church and in the choir. And after that, I went on to start talent shows, and I went on the road for a while.
Yes.
20 years.
Yes.
I recorded my first record in 95, my first hit, The Honey Poo. I went on, I had another song called Candy Sweet. I just started writing. I wrote for Bobby Bland, Johnny Taylor, not Johnny Taylor, but TJ Taylor. Tyrone Davis.
Yes.
Shirley Brown, and many more.
Yes. I like the fact, well, I wanted people to know that you were writing the songs that many people are listening to and were singing, but they just never knew you were the writer.
Yeah, Johnny Taylor's son, I can't call his name, T.J. Taylor, brother.
Yes.
He dead now. He passed away, Floyd. Crazy About the Woman in Red. I wrote that one. Blues at Midnight by Bobby Bland. Guitar Man, Little Milton. Many more.
Absolutely. Where do you get the thing I love about you, RUE, is that you can just take a word as well as just not the song, but just a music theme. You can take that and make a whole song from it. Where does that come from?
It comes from God.
Yeah.
That's my talent that I had.
Yeah.
What I got. When I started out, they told me the power is in words.
Yes.
So when I write the words, then the music comes from my mind. But the producer that got me going on back in the days, Harrison Calloway.
Wow.
All that music you heard, he did that with me.
Yes.
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi.
Wow. Did you decide on music as a young boy, or what? How did music come about for you other than the church? How did you pursue it and keep going?
I started listening to Al Green, Bobby Bland, Joe Simon, everybody. And I started singing like Tom Jones. Many more. Changed my voices.
I like the way you did that in the aspect. Now you're still helping people with their songs. You're still writing right at this moment.
I just wrote a song about Houston called Our Town, Houston. I just wrote it last week and recorded it.
Wow.
That's a brand new single coming out.
What other projects do you have on the table?
Well, I'm writing for another guy named Rodney Adams, Casanova, many more. Then I'm doing a video with Gender next month.
Yeah, Gender Harris. She said, shout out to you. Several people have.
Great.
Yeah. And they just wanted to, this list of people want to say hi to you. Sweets, Idlebird, she said hello. She wanted to do a shout out and thank you for everything you do.
You know, what she did for me, she brought me back. She gave me the award. I done received about 5 awards since I saw her.
Wow.
From the state.
Yes. Yes.
She helping all the artists today. Yeah, she's just great.
Yeah,
great
Sweets.
lady.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Sweets. Lady V. Yeah, Lady V, Victoria Williams, wanted to thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's my daughter.
Oscar McGar and Associates.
A great promoter.
My God. He got me here. I'm here too because of Oscar also.
All right, and I thank you most of all. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
He is truly one of the greats here in Houston. We also talked to other people about blues. Let's talk about how you got into blues.
Let me say this right here. All my life, I've been listening to Johnny Taylor, Bobby Bland, Dale Phonics. I tell everybody, I'm soul.
Yes.
I'm soul music. That's what I am.
Yeah.
I don't mind listening to something else, but I'm soul music. I'm a state soul. Wilson Pickett, that's where I came from. Ted Taylor, back in the days, McKinley Mitchell. That's what I sang. I got started listening to that when I was young.
Right.
The radio, I started playing the keyboard by myself. I played just a little bit, you know.
But you have an ear for music.
I don't play that good on keyboard, but there's some things I can do.
Right.
You know, some things I can do.
Absolutely. The other thing too that people love about you is your humbleness not to be in the front. Many people have said that. You don't want to ever be in the front. So I'm glad you're taking on the interview today. They were like, Cam, you sure RUE gonna take it? I said, yes. He said, yes.
I didn't be in many places.
Yes.
Around the country, sung many places.
Yes.
And I just think what everybody done for me down through the years.
Yes.
It ain't about me. It's about God.
Yes.
He gave it to me.
Yes. 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 Well, you have blessed so many people over the years, I tell you, with your songs. And many have said that your gift is through your music.
That's right. Everything come from God. You know, sometimes I just thank God for what I got because I can still do what I do. Take a word and turn it into something else.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can also hear the music. It seems you write the song and then you find the artist. How do you do that part? You hear their tone.
I can feel that soul.
Yes.
I can feel that soul when they start talking. The inspiration. What I'm saying, if I know God tell me the person all right, they got a good soul, I write to that. That Gender, she got a good soul.
Yes.
Feel it when she sings.
Yes. She sounds like a songbird, like a bird.
Yeah, that's what she is.
Yeah, Lady Songbird, yes.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
She truly is amazing. And humble. Humble, she and her husband, yes.
She ain't got the big head at all. She really don't. But when we start singing, she come out, hit that high note, she got it.
Yes.
Never heard nobody hit the high note like her. She got it.
Yes.
I'm also writing for T.J. Hooker, cousin, Cherie Hooker, Tanya. Yeah, write for her too.
Right.
She got a song out right now. I did.
Great.
Doing real well. So what I do, I push it. The people I write, It ain't about, it's about them. Ain't
Yes.
about me.
Yes. And it's always like that with you.
All the time.
You always say, I'm going to give you this song and I want you to sing it like this.
Yeah, sing it. You got to sing it.
That is too much. I love that about you. So, RUE, what would you like to tell viewers about music right now, and what do you see going forward with COVID and all that?
I can say stick in your lane. Stay in your lane. Where you are. If you are soul, stay soul.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you take a whole lot to cross over. So
right.
You got to ask God to give you what you got. Know the business. Find out about the business. Don't sign quick. I signed so many times, got messed around. So now I know better. I got somebody to help me right now. And she helped me real good.
Uh-huh.
5 years.
Right.
Sharella. Yeah.
Shout out to Sharella. She's the one who helped us with this on the day, lady. How you doing?
All right, how are y'all?
We're doing great. You're right about the business. A lot of people do sing, but they don't know the business part.
I had to learn the business.
Right.
When I got started, I was singing, going everywhere. But that took advantage of me for a long time. But now, through my help me right here.
Yeah.
She helped me out.
Yeah.
She learned me in the business.
Right.
I knew some, but I didn't know everything.
Right.
Anybody singing, knowing the business.
Yes.
Anybody can sing, got the talent, got to know the business.
Right, because they'll take advantage of you.
Yeah.
In the contracts. Yes, yeah, they will. Well, I tell you what, we're so happy to have you on your birthday.
And I want to thank everybody for listening to me and watching me on TV. Thank you most of all.
Thank you.
And to my fans, I love y'all. I got a million songs coming back, coming out right now. New music, brand new music. My new city called RUE Davis, Back in the Days.
Yes.
And I got a single coming out called Our Town, Houston, Our Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Where can they find those things? Where can they find your music?
You can find my music on CD Baby, Spotify, iTunes.
Okay.
YouTube.
Uh-huh. All righty. So Spotify, iTunes, what was the other one?
YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
Amazon. Yes.
All righty.
CD Baby.
Absolutely.
If you want the new CD, it's on CD Baby right now.
It's on right now.
It's on CD Baby right now.
That sounds great.
Yeah. RUE Davis back in the days. RUE Davis back in the days. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me say this right here. I've been through things in my life, but I'm still here. I thank God. I'm still here.
That's why we wanted to honor you today and give you, what did they say, your flowers while you're living, so you can know about them.
Shout out to my twin, Ruby. I love you very much.
Right.
My twin, my daughter. I got a daughter. Hope she see me right now. Brandy, I love you. All my family, everywhere, around the world.
Yeah.
My friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Miss Sweet, thank you so much. Miss T, all y'all.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you, sir, very much.
You have some more shout outs you want to do to some people? They see you on TV.
Let me think. My cousin, my cousin Hogan.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
I can't name everybody. Queen. Huh?
Queen giving up the street.
Let me say it right here. I'm giving up the street Staying home with my baby, the one I got, been with me all the time. Even when I out there done wrong, you stayed there by my side. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, he is. All right.
All right, now that love it, love it, love it.
All right.
You got it, man. You still got
right.
it. What you're talking about? You did that.
Sometimes I do a song like this. Hey, your head on my pillow. Hold your warm, tender body close to mine. It's a whisper of a raindrop growing softly against my window.
Yes, yes.
Make believe that you love me one more time for the good time. Hey, hey. All right, agree.
I love it, love it, love it. That's what we want to hear. That's what they've been waiting on, man.
All right. Yeah.
You got something else? You got something else for them? Before we go?
Lord, I want to be a Christian in my heart, in my heart. Lord, I want to be a Christian in my heart, in my heart, in my heart. Lord, I want to be a Christian in my heart. All right.
Oh my God. Oh, good. Oh. How great is that? How great is that? Miss Sharella, what's going on, lady? Where's she at? We want to see you. Where you at?
She hiding back here.
You supposed to be part you part of that. Hey, listen, okay, well, we're going to talk about how did you guys meet? There you go.
Believe it or not, at his 60th birthday party in Columbus, Texas.
Yes. So this lady is the lady that is not only manager, but also partner with Mr. RUE Davis.
Yes, I love him to death.
I know you do. I know you do.
His birthday also was our 5th anniversary.
Right, absolutely. I just what I want to say. Happy anniversary to both of you.
Thank you.
And RUE, she kept saying, "We got to do this for my baby."
Yep.
And she my backbone.
I know she is.
Take care of her real good.
Yes, I know she is. I know she's the one. You've always said that. Every time I talk to you, always talk about her, how great she is.
Yes, sir.
Well, I wanted to tell you all both, thank you for everything you do. Thank you, RUE Davis, from the bottom of my heart, of all that you've done for music, period. R&B, blues, and Southern soul. Had it not been for you, many songs would not have been done. Thank you, Sharella, for taking care of our friend, and we appreciate it. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. And when we come back, I'll be with international artist James Robinson.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago, inside an abandoned chicken coop, where our founder discovered a retired teacher living. No home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice, and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP, creating real possibilities.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, what's up? We're back. We're back with international. RUE Davis was the person we had before. He is legendary blues, R&B, and soul. And now we have international artist James Robinson. How you doing, my friend? What's up?
I'm doing good.
Man, you're looking good.
Yeah, my last Robinson.
Robinson. Okay, Robinson. Perfect. Not Robertson,
So,
Robinson.
how are you?
How you doing?
How are you?
You looking great.
Thank you. How are you?
I am doing great. You are from Memphis all the way to Austin. Wow.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Music and just lifestyle choice. I was in a band that was breaking up during that time, and a lot of my friends were moving to New York and Los Angeles and cities like that, and I didn't want to move to New York or Los Angeles for music. So I fell in love with the town. Thought it was a good fit for me at that time in my life. It reminded me a lot of Memphis in a lot of ways, and it was cool because I was able to be away from home, but not be too far away where if I needed to go back home and check on my family, I could do.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. That's perfect. That is perfect. People want to see you, so sit a little bit back, and we're going to be, there you go. Perfect. There you go. You're good.
Okay.
All righty, you're looking great. They want to know, that was one thing we wanted to know. The other thing everybody asks, you are the best in the business out of Austin. How is local in Austin before COVID? Because COVID has stopped everything.
You said how is what?
How is the local music industry in Austin? Because we're here in Houston.
A lot of music everywhere all the time. Austin is named the live music capital of the world because
yes, it is.
Every night of the week you can go to any bar, any club, and there's live performance going on. So a lot of my friends they tour as well, and with the whole pandemic, everybody we can't go on the road, so it's really hard. But at the same time, it's forced everybody to be super with other ways and income.
How did you fall in love with music? How did you decide on being a musician, artist?
My parents, growing up in church.
Yeah.
My dad was a preacher,
Wow.
and he and my mom, for a little while, had a small church in Senatobia, Mississippi.
Yes.
And my brothers and sisters and I, big family. So I'm one of 9 children.
Wow.
All by, yeah, same mom and dad. And so we grew up singing together at home and just pretty much being the church choir, my parents' church. And so we always sang in church, and it really started with me wanting to play the drums.
Wow.
When I was young, I was very fascinated with the drum set at the
Yes.
church. My dad, he bought me a set of drums, and then every Christmas I was asking for different instruments, keyboards, guitars, like that. So church.
Did you have an ear for it? Ear for the music as far as different instruments?
My parents told me I did because my dad was like, man, I knew you a drum set because you had my wife's pots and pans in the middle of the floor and you would be banging on them. And we can't eat out of those pots after you drag them all in the middle of the floor. So he said, man, we knew we had to get you a drum set. And, my parents just played a lot of really good music around. So they would play Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, all the R&B and soul greats. But they would
Right.
also play James Cleveland. We listened to a lot of gospel at home, gospel, jazz, R&B, soul music. So
That's great. I love the fact that your parents even nurtured, the music for with you and said, "Hey, we'll buy those."
Sorry, I had some traffic.
I was saying that I love the fact about your parents nurturing that for you. A lot of parents say, "Oh, that's just a phase," but they nurtured that. They bought those instruments.
Yeah, well, I had my oldest sister. She's the star of our family. She's the star of our family. And so she was the one that, led all the songs in church. And
Right.
she was the one, from the time she, was a girl, everyone knew she was going to be, this great singer.
Right.
My interest in music started at a young age, but I played around with it. I didn't really take music serious until I got a music scholarship right after high school. So that's when I really, started to say, hey, I think I want to do this with my life.
Wow, that's good. What would you tell students at this time if they're thinking about that, going into music? What would you tell them being teenagers, when they're in high school and things like that? What would you tell them as far as going into music?
It would depend on what it is that they're actually trying to do. Some people want to go to school and they just want to study music, that they can be an educator. Like that's
Right.
what I thought I was going to do. My major I was a music education major, and so I thought I was just going to be teaching music. I didn't know that I was going to end up being in bands and all that kind of stuff. So it depends on what a kid is trying to get out of music. If you want to be an entertainer or a recording artist, I would say they have so much more at their fingertips than we had when I was coming up.
Yes.
With the internet was fairly coming out of high school and going into college.
Yes.
So now these kids have tutorials where they can learn how to do music production. They can learn how to mix records, make beats. You can learn any instrument online now. So, if you want to be an entertainer or a recording artist, say just pour yourself to learning how to write songs and how to make records, and find out what type you want to be true to that. And if you want to be an educator, go to school. You might as well be a doctor. That's what I tell them, because you're going to spend the same amount of time. You're getting a degree. So, yeah.
You've done done a number of songs before. Where does the inspiration come from?
My inspiration comes from my family. So when I first started writing songs, I would write songs about, my individual personal experience.
Yes.
But then as I grew and matured as a songwriter, somebody like Bill Withers, for example, he's a great example. He wrote about life. He wrote songs about his grandmother.
Right.
And so what I've learned throughout the years is to just tell my family story.
Yes.
Write songs about my dad, write songs about my mother, write songs about my brothers and sisters,
right.
songs about the community that I grew up in and the people that helped shape who I am today. So I just write about life, and especially Black life in America, because there's no subject or topic more interesting than that to me.
And now that the George Floyd issue and all of those things have happened, it's so much that we look at in life that it can be missed in minutes as things go by. How do you feel about that?
I was saddened like everybody else, but at the same time, and it's sad to say this, shocked.
Yes.
Because I think it was Will Smith that said, Black people have been getting killed like this for years.
Yes.
The world, because we didn't have camera phones
right.
to capture it, show it to you in real time. And so I hope that and pray that justice is served to him and to his family.
Yes.
But that didn't surprise me either. Those officers get off for killing that man. But I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. Like every year, every 4 to 6 months, we see a situation like this. And I think what was so shocking about George Floyd's death is that so graphic in terms of we literally were able to see this man die on the ground.
Right.
And, most people have never, we didn't grow up seeing lynchings and things like that. But there's a generation of people, some living in this country, they saw things like that.
Yes.
And most Americans, they've never really seen racial violence that graphic, in their lifetime.
Yes, I agree with that. It was such that he was alive, and then during this period of time, while within this 8 minutes or 7 minutes to 9 minutes, he was literally gone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very sad.
It was.
Yeah, very sad.
There are local artists that are around that want to become mainstream. What would you tell many local artists? And they're, during COVID, they're at home. Of course, this is their livelihood locally, and mainstream is what they were striving for. What advice would you give them?
Well, I would say, with the internet, this generation of artists have the ability to have a relationship direct to consumer. Mm-hmm. So who define mainstream? Is mainstream to you, having a lot of money or having this huge fan base?
Yes.
If you can wake up in the morning, you can write a song.
Yes.
And then release it online and tell people, hey, support me. This is how much, I charge for my music, or this is how much I offer for my music. What's better than that? You're right where you need to be, in my opinion.
Exactly. I love that. A lot of people they know music, but not the business part of it. They don't know the music. When we say music business, they know the music, mm-hmm. and they do the music, but the business part is where many fail at, or they just, by not knowing, they don't get the compensation that they should. What would you say mm-hmm. to them?
I would tell artists who study publishing and all the aspects of the music business. There's so many books out there. When there was a book there was this brother. He was a producer and songwriter. I think he did a lot of work with Whitney Houston and a bunch of other artists.
Right.
This brother named Kashif Williams. He wrote a book called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business. And
Yes.
that's a great book where he breaks down, copyright, publishing, and song splits and points, all of these things. So as an artist, just educate yourself on the business the same way you educate yourself on how to play the guitar or how to sing really good or play the drums. Educate yourself on the business so that no one can take advantage of you. And if you can avoid signing a major recording contract, just put your music out, on your own. You have everything you need now to make a record. You don't need millions of dollars anymore to go into the studio to record a solid record. You can buy an audio interface for a couple of $100. You can build your studio up little by little, record your music, set up your website, set up your social media, put your music out there, and grow your fan base organically, and you'll be much happier.
Absolutely. And especially now, this is the time. We have plenty of time to do a lot of things, because many of the bars, even here, I just found out on today, they're having to close at 12 o'clock or noon and then, restructure, because of COVID. So that's a question everyone is asking. How has COVID affected the music industry?
I mean, it's affected it in a big way because, a lot of artists make their money from being on the road.
Yes.
So before this happened, my band, the band that I play with, I tour with Bobby Sparks. He's a jazz keyboardist, and we had a bunch of shows lined up in Europe. So we were gone for an entire month, just doing the shows in Europe, and then right after Europe, we had a couple of weeks of shows in India. And so it's gone according to plan. We would actually just now be getting back from that tour. So we missed out on all of that, that month and everything. But it's rough, man. I've been blessed to be able to do production work. I've gotten a lot of emails and a lot of calls from different musicians that want me to sing on the record. So I've been able to collaborate with some musicians in the Netherlands that reached out to me to do some vocal work and some songwriting for them. Pooji Bell is about to release a new album. He reached out to me to write some sing on his album. So I've been really, really busy here at home. I have a studio here in my house. So I just record. People send the music. They send to my Venmo or my PayPal. Another satisfied customer.
I like that. The good part about it is that you're so talented, different things. Many people have to, other than just doing your own music. I love the fact you said collaboration.
Say it again.
I said, I love the fact that you did collaboration with others right now, collaborating.
Yeah, the best, in my opinion, the best music comes out of collaborating with other people, and when you're writing a song, getting different perspectives, in terms of the lyric, and storytelling. We love Motown much because that music was made by a staff of creatives all brought together to write the best possible song that they could write and tell the best story they could tell,
Absolutely. When we come back, we will be with James again, and we'll speak more to him about collaborating and what his next works will be.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago inside an abandoned chicken coop where our founder discovered a retired teacher living, no home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today, we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP, creating real possibilities.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, what's up? Thank you so much for coming back. We are talking to international artist James Robinson right now. Hey my friend, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, hey buddy, how's it going? We were talking just a little bit about the fact that you had an overseas tour, and you were talking about how stopping it and what other things you were doing with collaboration. Let's extensively talk to people about what that means to you as far as income. Many people think that you guys make a lot of money, not only locally, but on the road, and that you still are making money.
Yeah. So the majority of our, live performance artists, like most musicians are, we make our money by being on and playing music. So it takes a while for, unless it's a hit record, which none of us have any hits. I don't know if there's a such thing as a hit jazz song in 2020, but we make our money by, playing and being on the road.
Right.
And so when that got down, and the fact that we can't even perform locally,
right.
We're back to, I guess, the old of the music business where all of our money is, going to be made through selling music, selling our music. So I've seen a lot of artists doing live stream concerts. I did one recently, and where we encouraged the audience to purchase our music online, or just donate. Just tip us. Send something to our Venmo, our PayPal, Cash App, whatever, to kind of keep us afloat during this time.
Let's talk a little. I always talk to artists about the tipping part of it, even when they are in the venues, restaurants or so. Many people don't understand what that means to you, the actual artist, and the bands. And they thinking you're making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a night, and they don't have to. I know they don't have to pay coming in, but I know in other places, New York and Chicago, LA, you pay at the door, and then if it's a restaurant, you pay for your food in addition to that and drinks. We don't do that too much here. Let's talk to them about that.
I'm blessed because of who I tour with.
Right.
Bobby Sparks, all of his shows are ticketed events. So, with his performance at the places that we play, there's dinner. It's a whole package that comes, not just music, but just evening of live entertainment and music, food, whatever. So, we've been paid really, really, really good on the road. But when we're playing locally in
Yes.
clubs or whatever in Austin, a lot of it, is a set pay versus a percentage of tips. So it's
Yes.
important when people come out and they enjoy the music to tip us.
Right.
Because until we're able to go back out on the road, every little bit helps.
Right.
You know?
Because of the fact that not only are they're doing it for you, many have families. You all rehearse many times before that, gas money and other things, just trying to get there. And I try to reiterate that to people.
Absolutely.
Just the preparation. They don't see the preparation.
I'm
They
so
just think you just
I'm
jump
so
up
glad
there.
You said that. I'm so glad that, man, because most people don't think about that when they ask us to play an event or ask musicians to come out to perform.
Yes.
I'm a vocalist, so I don't have anything to carry.
Yes.
I can just show up. The microphone and everything I need is already there. But for somebody playing drums, somebody, a bass player carrying that big old bass amp.
Yes.
In their horn, however they, their mode of transportation to get to that performance, there's a lot of work. And then you got to think about a drummer has to set up his drums, but then he also has to tear down his drums. So just like he unloaded them out of his car, he's got to load all of that stuff back into his. So he's factoring in all of that into his price when he says, "This is how much I need to play for your event or whatever."
Right.
And you have to respect that.
Yeah. The other thing too, people don't know where a lot of the instruments and the pieces that they do are very expensive and very expensive to repair. To keep abreast, up to date.
Yeah, I've done performances, man, where I've seen people, they get excited. Let's say we take a break, and in a small club setting where you gain access to the stage very easily. I've seen members go instruments and start playing on somebody's guitar or pick up someone's bass or pick up a drumstick and hit somebody's cymbal, and you don't know how much this stuff costs, man. You crack a cymbal that's like $1,000.
Yes. Right. I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah, man. So a lot of things, man.
A lot goes into it. A lot goes into it. Yeah. The other thing is many people are full-time. This is what they do every single day. This is their full-time position. The other thing is no health care, just things like that. The business side of it.
That's the hardest part, Cam, this time, is that as musicians, stimulus package for us. If that makes sense. So I mean, we're part of that group of people that got hit, the hardest.
Yeah.
I saw an interview where D.L. Hewley, the comedian, he was talking about 70%. He lost 70% of his income, as a stand-up because he can't go out on the road. He can't, and I felt him on that, man. As musicians, it's like, man, we lost like 80-90% of our income.
Yes. So. And many people did not have the savings that they needed for the pandemic. It's not just 2 weeks, like with a flood and then you go back to work or something like that. We don't know how long it will be.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the unknown.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. Absolutely.
That's the scary part.
One of the things they said about this virus, originally they thought that it would die in hot weather.
Right.
And so here we are, headed into July, cases have increased.
Exactly.
So, you start to think, what's going to happen in the fall when temperatures are colder.
Yes.
We're going to have sick people in our hands, brother.
It's something, and you just think to yourself, what length of time is it? We don't know. Mm-hmm. We don't have a clue in the knowledge of that.
Let me ask you a question. let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
When you look at everything that's happening, I had a conversation with a friend, fellow musician. He said, "Man, I don't want to say it, but it almost seems like a judgment or a wrath is coming down on us, man. I mean, it's almost like plagues because one minute we have the virus, and then I heard this new thing is the dust storm that's coming. Um, as soon as we try to get control over the virus, here comes another problem that we got to
Right.
deal with. Social unrest, all of these things that many of our black leaders and our black musicians. I was listening to Curtis Mayfield and Gil Scott-Heron the other day, and it was like, man, all of their words were just so prophetic, man. Black people been talking about this day for years. If you go back and you listen to the songs like "We're a Winner,"
Right.
and you listen to Curtis Mayfield, and it was almost like, man, he was prophesying. The lyrics match what we're dealing with right now in society.
Right now. Uh-huh.
He wrote these songs in the '60s, and it's 2020.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we wouldn't think that it would be happening at this moment like it is,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the numbers,
so
as you...
I'm asking you, what do you think, is happening right now in terms of, do you feel like this is just a coincidence that we're dealing with this virus, or do you think that there may be some type of spiritual element to what we may be facing right now?
I feel, and this is just my opinion, I feel that the higher power, feel God, because I'm spiritual in that aspect. I feel that there's a pause, that we were going so fast in our lives, that we were just running all over the world. We were not positioning ourselves with prayer. We were not positioning ourselves with other things. And there's a pause. There's a stop in the whole entire world, church and everything, just for us to have the aspect of, can you hear me now? That's what I heard God say. Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Can you
Absolutely.
hear me now? Because you weren't hearing me as you were going along your way. Can you hear me now? And that's where the pause was, like it is right now. That's what I feel. So wherever
Absolutely.
you are centered in your life, this is the time for you as a dreamer, as a go-getter, or whatever it is. This is your time to do what your purpose is. And that's what I feel about it. This is our time.
I agree 1,000% with you, man.
No other time is better than now. There's no excuses that are on the table. You don't have to go to work right now. You can't worry about the kids. You don't have to pick them up. They're at home. All of that we had excuses for, that we couldn't do what our purpose was. I believe that part. Mm-hmm. It's now.
Yeah, I agree. I always thought about this. I always wondered, why God would come to people in dreams.
Yes.
And then I realized that when we're sleeping, sometimes that's the only time God can speak to some of us.
Many of us, yes. When
we sleep, because we're so involved in so many activities.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man.
I agree wholeheartedly about that. How can people find your music and purchase it?
People can find my music. Say that.
And purchase it.
What do you say? And purchase it. So people find my music. They can go to my website, www.officialjamesrobinsonmusic.com. And from there, you'll have links to my social media, my Instagram. I spend a lot of time. I don't really do Facebook, so you can find me on Instagram. And that's how you can stay updated between my website and Instagram on what I'm doing, where I'm doing it at, and who I'm doing it with. So,
I love that, my friend. Man, I thank you for everything you've done for not only Austin, not only Memphis, but for the world. You are one of the greatest artists, and I hope that people will just look and feel what I feel when I listen to your music. You touch so many people all over the world within working with Bobby Sparks, but just doing your own. I've listened to you, and I've tuned in too. Look, with the Cash App. I've listened to the lives too. I want to do it.
That's another thing. Let me share my Venmo too.
Oh yeah, tell them about your Venmo. You right? Shout out to Tracy Michelle, Black Diamond Entertainment. She's the one who hooked us up. I wanted to tell her, hey, what's up? But thank you, my friend. Last words for viewers?
Someday we're all gonna be free.
I love it.
Just take me. One day we'll be free.
One day we'll be free. Thank you so much for everything you've done, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you for everything. God bless.
You too, brother. Peace.
Thank you, friends, for that. That was international artist James Robinson. Thank you. On next week, we have some great people, starting with Mo Jones, a comedian extraordinaire, Monday. You have a great one. Bye.